This episode is presented by Panda Express. It shouldn't be difficult, and maybe it's a bit silly, but we've all been there. Sometimes saying I love you is just hard, whether it's your partner, someone in your family, a good friend. But when you order tasty, authentically cooked American Chinese cuisine from Panda Express, they'll know what you mean. Because sharing some delicious orange chicken, or my personal favorite, the honey walnut shrimp, that means more than words, right? So, have you eaten yet? Order now, or find your nearest Panda Express.
From shaggy dog tales to a life well lived. Yes! It's time for Best of Henry.
You guys know Henry, right? You've met Henry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Henry is a rescue, has gone through a pretty traumatic past, was rescued, actually injured. But when we got him, he did not trust strangers. He especially did not trust men. He was like really quiet, shy. Now, after years of work, because it does take a lot of work, but with love and attention and training, he's way smarter than Chica. Look, no insult to Chica, but Chica isn't exactly the brightest bulb in the drawer. But he is like so incredibly smart. Point in case, I have a video with audio that I would like to play for you guys right now. It is very adorable. Don't get me wrong. This is very adorable. Listen to Henry. Adorable, right?
He sounds excited or stressed.
Yeah, excited. We just picked him up and we're taking him home, right? Very cute. It sounded like he was laughing and he was smiling and wagging the whole time. So he's very happy. Now imagine that sound for 30 minutes straight. That gets annoying. That was incredibly annoying. And every like minute or so, he would sneeze all over the back of our heads and like shake and slobber all over us. Like all these elements are incredibly annoying. However, wouldn't trade it for the world. Love that dog.
Yeah.
Inside and out. There's no part that I would ever change about Henry. Like, just a fantastic dog. Incredible. Lovely.
Have I ever told you about Henry's piss oranges?
No, I don't think so.
Well, there was an orange tree at a house we used to have a while back, and it was, you know, it made oranges every year. That was real.
Didn't it make limes, if I recall?
No.
I'm pretty sure it made limes. Ethan told me that. Do you not remember that?
No, I don't remember it.
There's an episode from Unisana's where Ethan was real sad and you guys were in the backyard and he was just like, "Can I have one of these limes?" And you're like, that's an orange tree. They're not. It's like, okay, I'm going to take a lime. I mean, you're just like, Ethan, those are oranges and they're not ready yet. And he just takes one and he's like, wow, this lime doesn't taste very good. They're bad limes, Mark.
I don't remember that at all.
It was like an extended bit.
I bet it was. But Henry pissed on that tree a lot.
No wonder they taste so good.
They did. That's what I'm saying. Is those oranges tasted amazing. And they tasted better the longer we were there. I'm not lying, not joking. It's probably not because of the piss, but what is a tree if not a big life straw? Filters out the piss.
Dog pee kills grass, flavors orange. Breaking news.
Yeah. I mean, orange, the juice is some kind of yellow.
If I peed and it looked like orange juice, I'd be like, close enough.
I don't need to see a doctor about that. That's good. That's very good, actually.
Plus, it smells clean and fresh. Or would it still smell like pee? I guess I don't know which way that goes.
So yeah, if you guys didn't know, LA is now a tropical rainforest. It rains nonstop here. It has been raining for like the past 2 days straight. It's going to keep raining for another 2 days. And then this is right after the second like big, what do they call it? The rain channel floodway, the rain slipstream.
The sky goosh.
Yeah, sky goosh, yeah.
Skyussy is opening up upon you.
Yeah, so the drought was over 2 rainstorms ago, right? Maybe 3. It was over last year, and it's still raining. The grass on the hill is so long that it's starting to weed its way over the roads. It's a lot of rain.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's actually quite strange. Because usually in LA, if it rains, all the plants are like, no, and you know they just desperately try to grow, and they've been going no for like months. That's what I said last year, is like they got so confused there was a second spring because the plants all thought that winter happened, and then because after winter rain happens and then they grow, all the flowers blew, or all the fruiting trees fruited twice. Yes, last year. Dogs don't care. Dogs don't care. It's raining. They want to go outside. And it's like, okay, all right. So I gear them up for a walk, and Henry's been begging me all morning. And I'm like, dude, it's raining. But he didn't care. Got my raincoat, go out. It's fine. There was a little break in the rain. I was like, okay, well, let's make it quick. We go all the way out, get to the farthest point. Henry's like, I'm gonna poop. And he does this little waddle where he's like, he starts to, like, it's like a truck lifting, you know, it's bad bit inverse. He just, his butt goes higher and higher. He poops at an upward angle. I don't know if you know that about Henry.
That's wrong. That's wrong, Henry. That's
and
wrong.
It's hilarious because if he has a hill to poop on, he will like start to do this, like this is his butt, right? So he's like, and then he backs up the hill. So he poops up the hill at an upward angle, so it'll be sure to roll down through his feet, right?
Sick.
Speaking of sick, he had a little diarrhea and he just poops all over himself. Everywhere. Sorry about the poop talk this early in the morning, or whenever some people listen to this like right at midnight, so I know it's very early for some.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone listens exactly in the morning.
Yes, absolutely, on the drive out. So he poops all over himself, and this ordinarily would be fine. We'll get back and clean up, but it's raining, right? Did you remember that?
So the rain cleaned him off for you, and it's perfect.
Oh, no. So dogs, when they are in the rain, I don't know if you knew this, they like to shake. So they shake. So Henry, with poop all over his butt, shakes a lot. And we're at the farthest point, and the rain just kicked up. So every few steps, he has to stop and go, blah, blah, blah. And then just everywhere on his butt is just like his long hair, and it's a nightmare. And I have like quarter of a mile to get back home in the rain that's picking up uphill. This is not a lie.
Both ways?
No, just the way back. So then I had to get back, and I was late for the podcast because I was haphazardly with scissors giving Henry a butt haircut. Just because there was no way that I was going to be able to get him in the bath in time. So I was just like, hey.
Have you thought about using Dogscaped?
Oh, that's pretty good. 1 point for Dogscape.
All right, that's fair.
Where we are also, there's hawks around. So there's lots of hawks. And Amy's always worried because there's like, they're going to scoop up Henry. And I'm like, Henry is 45 pounds.
He's a pretty big dog for that.
I don't think he's going to get scooped up even if two together.
No, even our wiener dogs, it's like 16 pounds is a lot for a hawk.
A team of 4 hawks drops down with a net, and they lure Henry to stand in the center of and the moment he puts his mouth around the pepperoni located at the center of the net, the one of them is just like, caw, and they take off in flight, in pattern.
It could happen, you know?
Hawks start using tools, the world gets a lot scarier.
Those LA hawks are highly organized.
I really do think it was like 4 hawks in a trench coat that made me sign that blood pact to only have a 1 so that they can have a supply.
The real clue is when they sign the document with their beak.
Henry has this really terrible habit where he will scratch his ear, like just real slow with his back foot, like in the ear, and he always goes, oh, when he's doing it, like just like slack jawed. And then he always, and we look at it and we're waiting for it, he'll be like done, then licks his foot every time.
Lexi does that too.
It's like, why?
It's a health thing. It's like why like dogs or cats will eat their baby's poops because they're like, oh, are you healthy? Yeah, you taste healthy. But if there's a problem, you can taste it in the poop, or you can taste it in the ear, you know?
I want you to stop talking.
What do they do if they taste a problem in the poo?
They're all, shit.
What will it take to get you to stop talking?
I'm never going to stop talking, Mark. This is your curse.
All right, fair enough.
I don't have that fearing of death, and also I don't have that fear of falling asleep and there's intruders, because I always know, and I've learned this now, if there really is footsteps, Henry and Chica would have reacted. That's like a nice saving grace because Henry is very attentive to random noises and to strangers and to intruders, anything like that. If anyone's coming over, if a delivery man is making a delivery, he'll let us know. So he's the perfect alarm for that, and he goes off too often. He'll go off at random light that acts up, If a shadow's moving too suspiciously, he'll start barking. If at night he's not barking, I'm not worried. So I'm fine there.
We're screwed. I'm screwed. Someone breaks in.
I play funny pranks on Henry sometimes where if I peer around a corner, like if this is the wall and I go like this, Henry will go, "Who is that?" And then if I disappear behind it, he'll creep closer. And if I go like, "Oh," he goes, you can tell him like, he'll go. It's such a cute little dog. I gotta get that on video sometime.
This episode is brought to you by Uber. You know that feeling when someone shows up for you when you need it most? Yeah, we all need that sometimes. And Uber knows that. Uber isn't just a ride or a meal delivered, it's showing up no matter what.
I think that might be them knocking on the door, and because they're, Uber's really good about getting them right to where you are. It's either them or the FBI. I'm not 100% sure.
Yep.
When it really matters, whatever it is, you show up. Where there's a will, we're on our way. Uber, on our way. Download the app today.
You wanna know how I caused Chica the most distress she's ever felt in her life? Because she's not a very stressed dog. She's very chill about everything. But she was outside, and it was she was in a part of the yard where there was a gate that went right to the front. So she was outside because she was sniffing in a bush, and I tried to call her in because I was going to take him for a walk. And then she wasn't coming. She was looking for a lizard or something. So I closed the door. And I go all right, I'm going to take Henry. And then as soon as the door closed, she goes, "Oh." And then she sees me putting the harness on Henry, and she comes up to the door like, "Oh." Just Sully and Monsters Inc. Oh no. And so she gets more and more just no, what? And so as soon as I put the harness on Henry and I take him leash, I'm like, "All right, bye." And I know the side gate's open, so she could go around and just meet me out front. There's no problem with that. But as soon as I round the corner, I've never heard her do this where she goes, "No!" No! Literally sounded like her going, "No! No!" And so I feel so bad, but I go out the front and I'm just waiting for her to figure it out and come around. And I just hear her still in the side yard going, "No! No! 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 No!" And then I just call, "Chica, get over here." And she's just pause, mid no, go, "No!" And then going around. And she's the most distressed I've ever heard of her. But I think that just goes to show that, although to us, that's come on, the side yard is open, but it shows the mental faculties in some dogs and the reason why there would be anxiety of she feels "Oh no, I know what they're doing. They're going for a walk and it's I want that so bad and they're leaving me. He must not realize I'm here."
That's very mean, Mark. Good job.
No, it wasn't mean. It was kind of mean. I felt bad. There was a bear.
Not here.
Here.
How close? How here?
Visiting, staying with you, or?
There was a bear. I legitimately, so I was already in bed and Amy goes "Mark," and I run because it sounded urgent, and I get over there and there's a fucking bear. Chica had been sleeping in her bed, which is right by the glass door there. And the bear had come up and just was at the window staring at her. And then you see her head go, "Hmm?" And they just stare for a while. And the bear paws the glass, right on the glass. So Chica gets up, wags. Then Henry comes over, looks over at the bear, and they're both just nose to nose on the glass. No barking, no nothing. And then Amy sees, obviously, and is "A bear!" And I run in and I'm "Hey, get out of here, bear. Get out of here."
Just like that.
Hey, you better leave.
You are trespassing. I will call the police.
It was late at night, just 2 days ago. It was the same day we did that recording, I think. No.
Are you sure it happened, or were you still hallucinating?
I might have been. I kind of hoped I was, but I really wasn't. So I let the pups out front, and I grabbed some blueberries,
And I am like, oh, the gate's open, so I'll look, make sure they don't get out. And I go out there and I see, Henry's peeing on a bush, and Chica is standing in the middle of the driveway with her tail raised, looking up at something. And I'm like, that's odd. And it's dark because it's night, and we don't have a ton of lights, so I can not really see. But I'm looking, and before my brain registers it, I got a shiver down my spine. And then I see a dark shape in the middle of the driveway up above that Chica is looking at, and it's big. And it took me a second, and then I go like, that's a bear. And I immediately set my blueberries down and sprint.
The panic of, I'm going to save this for later. Oh!
I don't remember when I did it because it must have been as I was processing, but let's just say that I go, oh! Like I took that pause, right? And I sprint because Chica is literally staring down a bear. And as soon as I yell Chica, she charges the bear.
Oh, that's not what I would have guessed.
She fucking charged the bear, and she's doing her bark.
Very scary, sure.
Her very scary bark. And thankfully, the bear decided that me also running, screaming behind, going, "Yeah, Chica, no!" was scary enough that the bear actually turned around and ran up the hill. And I'm like, okay, I got to throw down with the bear. I was like, I don't have my bear spray. I don't have my boar spear.
You don't have your blueberries.
I didn't have my blueberries. You're right. And I didn't have the knife I usually keep on me at the time. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going hand to hand with a bear. Here we go. Because I would do that for Chica. I would throw it down. I was about to let anything up, but I was worried that it was going to run off and she was going to run it and I wouldn't be able to keep up and then I wouldn't be able to help. But thankfully, it got chased up. And then I got Chica inside, and Henry was so scared because he didn't see the bear. He only heard me yelling and then Chica barking. So he's like super confused, looking around. So I get them inside, and the bear went up, and it's somewhere there. Like a minute passes by, and then I see headlights at the top of the driveway. Amy got back home, and I'm like, oh shit. She doesn't know that there's a bear literally right there.
Oh, God.
But she shouldn't get out of the car, right? So I look from the door and I see her get out of the car, pick up a package, and then I'm like, shit. So I grab a stick and I grab a light and I just start running up. I'm like, oh, you're going to get mauled by a bear. But thankfully she got it back in her car and she said, I was just listening to music the whole time. Just like, I'll get this package done. I was like, there was literally a bear there too.
It's like a horror movie. They pulled up with their music guy, which is like,
it was exactly like that.
You look around for the bear, you don't see it. She pulls the car further in the driveway, then in the back seat, you see the bear's head rise up.
The car starts driving away while Amy's picking up the package, and the bear is just like, oh, yeah, I can't believe that worked.
The bear hid in the box. Amy's like, wow, this is a heavy package.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Well, my thought is actually, I'm glad that she didn't get there a minute sooner because her car would have boxed in Chica the bear and the car, and I think it would have climbed over a fence, but it was like my adrenaline had never been higher than those 5 minutes. It was crazy.
We went to the ocean, and no one hates the ocean more than Henry, and no one hates the ocean more than Chica. She gets her toes in, and as soon as the wave comes by, she's like, and then Henry just like stands at the edge, and literally we're not even pulling on his leash, and he's still like feet dug in, leaning back like this. We're not tugging him towards the ocean, and every time we're about to get near when Chica's going, he's still like, I'm ready. You're gonna betray me at any moment.
He's like the opposite of that character who's like, hold me back. No one's touching him. And Henry's like, don't make me. And you're like, just stay there, man. That's fine. He's like, I won't do it.
They're the same way about the pool, but we took Chica to a creek. Finally, she saw like an actual like kind of creek river thing. She loved it. She was in there waiting around in all the water, was so curious about all the ripples, drank some of it, which is probably not great, but she loved it. Why does she hate pools in the ocean? She's a literal golden retriever, which are meant to be water dogs, and yet she hates the water except for the creek. So maybe it's just specifically rivers that she's bred for.
She's actually a golden creek retriever. It's a very specific subspecies.
Our dogs will hop on like a raft in the pool. Ginger loves being in and around the pool. She'll like hop on the step and sit in it and stuff. Presley's a little bit more finicky about it. Presley's the only one that's ended up in a creek, and it's because he was chasing a rabbit. We were just, so I didn't take them down with us. We were just down at Lake Cumberland in Kentucky this past weekend. I wish they'd come with us, but we knew there was going to be some other dogs that they didn't get along well with in the past. I just didn't want to deal with it, so they got to go to vacation instead of my mom's. They're the only dachshunds I know that will kind of like tolerate water. The rest of them have always hated it. But Ginger loves water. She doesn't mind swimming. She doesn't mind sitting on a raft.
I've never had a pro water dog myself. Lexi knows the truth about water. She hates it. It's all just different kinds of baths, and baths are for idiots and losers. She knows what's up.
Wait, do you have a video? Do you have a video of your dog doing that adorable tiny dog jump into the water?
Oh yeah, I probably do somewhere. The Superman.
She wouldn't do the jump, but we do have the video of holding her over a pool, and she's all, and she's not in the water, just trying to swim.
We've got to have one somewhere. I need to find that. But yeah,
I think actually, speaking of dogs, I've always said Henry's incredibly smart, right? He had an eye infection recently. He still does. He's getting it taken care of. So he has eye drops for it, right? So for a while, it's his inner, dogs have two eyelids, and the inner one was inflamed and kind of, so every time he looked like he had a big droopy eye. And so I started giving him these drops, and he didn't rebel too much at the first times, but I swear he asked me for the drop, right? I can't tell you it wasn't because he'll come up to me sometimes and like whine if he wants food or something, and I go like, we already had dinner. I was like, you had dinner, you want to go outside? And he's like, he doesn't respond, because whenever I say the word that he wants, he'll jump and he'll go towards the thing. And I was like, outside, going back and forth this, and I said like, do you want the drop? And he goes, medicine? And he's like, huh? He doesn't know these words, but they're different, and I think he's tangentially related. So I get up, and he's like, okay, yeah, follow me. And he leads me to the kitchen where we have the little eyedropper, and I get the eyedropper and I point it at him. He's like, this? And he goes, sits, tilts his head up. And I'm like, do you understand that this makes your eye feel better? Are you asking for it? And so I gave it to him, and he was like, then he went off on his own, and I'm like, oh my God, he's so smart. Anyway, he's a very smart boy.